Hey guys, Andrew here with Nashville Severe Weather. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that's just popped up here in the last couple of minutes here for southwestern Davidson County. And let me show you where that is. You see the polygon here. So this storm's been meaning business over in Bellevue and been dropping some hail. And we've been getting plenty of hail reports out of that, but the hail report or the hail sizes have really ticked up in the last little bit. And so it's possible that the hail has reached potentially quarter size, which is considered severe. So the hail we've been seeing today has been sub-severe, which has been pennies, nickels, peas, that kind of thing. But once they reach quarter size, that's considered severe. You can start having some damage with that. And so this storm over here in Bellevue has been has the potential to be doing that. So the strongest hail looks to be right over like Highway 70 and where the 70S exit is. And let's do some of these roads here and see if we can share with you where that is. All right, so it looks like this subdivision right here, that's going to be Harpeth Valley Road. This is going to be Highway 70 up there to the north. This is I-40 right here. So you're looking right there around the old Bellevue Mall area, 70S, and then right across the interstate over there before you get to Pegram there in Bellevue. So that's where this is right now. And it looks like the Weather Service is saying there's an impressive hail core with the storm there in Bellevue and could see quarter-size hail there as well as 60-mile-per-hour winds with that storm. And so looks like Carrie says that she can confirm hail at the corner of 70 and Old Hickory Boulevard. And so that's going to be right over there near, right there in the middle of Bellevue. And so let's see. Let's make sure that that we are on. I believe we are, but let's just be sure. Yes, we are. Okay, just double checking that we are live on YouTube. And we are. So again, if you're just joining us, we have one storm out there that is considered severe. There are several other storms that we've had out there today, but this is the only one that has turned severe. And there was a small chance of that occurring today, that we would have some kind of marginally severe storms that popped up today. We were under a 5% risk of seeing large hail, 1 inch or larger, or damaging wind gusts within 25 miles. So 5% chance. And that's been about right today. Most of us have seen some storms around, but they've not been severe. So this is the only one that is currently severe. Other storms out there right now, and we'll go back to that one in Bellevue. There is a storm over in Nolensville that's kind of getting going, slow to get going, but it is. That's over there on the western sides of Nolensville, but you can hear the thunder and lightning over there. You want to be out of the pool. And then that storm down there in southern Williamson County has moved into Murray County, and it's perking up again, it looks like. They're on the south sides of Spring Hill, right in Spring Hill and down to the south. So that's moving into Murray County. We'll let them handle that. And then, but for us here, you want to be inside with the storm. If you're anywhere around the storm over there in Bellevue, so Pasco, Horseshoe Bend, Laurelbrook, down Sneed Road, Grassland, Temple Hills, Highway 96, Highway 100. If you're really anywhere around this storm, it's dropping a lot of lightning. You don't want to be outside in this. If you can hear thunder, you want to be indoors. Other than that, there's not a tornado risk with this, anything like that, but you just want to be inside if you're anywhere around this storm. So you don't want to be outside in the hail. You certainly don't want to be outside in the lightning, and it could have some strong, gusty, damaging winds with it as it drops. We're kind of getting into microburst season, so we could have a little bit of a microburst threat with it as well. I'm going to sort of zoom in on a different radar and kind of see what the microburst situation is on it, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let me go to let's go to a different radar here. All right, so let's go over and sort of look. Let me go back in time just a little bit. See those reds and greens, how they kind of start at the same place? That's a little microburst, little downburst there around Bellevue. And see how it spreads out. And so it's possible, let me do that again. You can kind of see there how the winds sort of spread out. The red is winds going away from the radar that's down in Nolensville, and the green is wind going toward the radar. And so that's a classic textbook downdraft microburst there. Could have some gusty winds there with it in Bellevue. So that is totally typical this time of year with these kinds of storms. So back to our storm here in our kind of traditional view of radar there. Again, one severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. This is in effect until 5 o'clock. So that's going to be in effect for about another little over 30 minutes here, 32 minutes. I've got 4:28 on the clock here in Nashville. And we really just have one severe thunderstorm warning. So far, this is the only severe threat for today. Now, could this expand? Yes. So any of these storms down here, like the one around Nolensville, the one down there in Spring Hill down to the south, those could grow, and we could see additional warnings. We'll just have to see. But for right now, we're only dealing with one severe thunderstorm. So that's why we're here. Will is over on Twitter. I think he's handling the Twitter side of things for us while we're here on YouTube Live. And you can also send him your reports. So send using hashtag TSpotter, and he will get those reports over to the Weather Service for us. They have done a great job of watching those reports. So anytime we've had a report come in, we've gotten those over to the Weather Service, and they are using those today to make warning decisions. And if you've got, nickel-size hail, pea-size hail, anything like that, whatever you have, they take that into consideration when they're deciding whether to issue warnings like this one over there in Bellevue and northwestern Williamson County. They use your reports to help make those decisions. And so they're very valuable today, and we appreciate you sending those in. Use hashtag TSpotter on Twitter, and that is where will grab a hold of those reports and send them over to the Weather Service to help them out today. All right, so this warning's in effect for 30 minutes. This time of year, it's almost fairly rare, it seems like, that warnings last the entire period. Sometimes these storms fall apart, they weaken, and then they're no longer a threat. They have no problem canceling the warning early if that becomes the case. But for now, this stays in effect until 5 o'clock, about another 30 minutes, and we'll see if they hold this together. And in fact, just as I say that, the Weather Service says that it's collapsed just as quickly as it went up, and they probably will cancel the warning early. So they're going to watch it and see if this thing re-intensifies, and it's honestly how these things go this time of year. A storm may go up and it'll just blast off, and you get severe weather out of it, and then the thing just falls apart. Time you get a warning out, it may last 10 minutes and then it falls apart. So we'll see. Hopefully that's what that one does, but definitely some beneficial rainfall over there that's over there off Buffalo Road and Old Charlotte Pike. And there's Old Charlotte Pike there. So just north of Highway 70 and Riverwalk, Buffalo Road, Old Charlotte. Definitely beneficial rain out there, and hopefully nothing severe as far as the hail and wind goes. But the storm appears to be on its way down. So the focus for storms today has been over here to the west. We saw our first storm back here around noon today in southern Dickson County, and it kind of got going and kind of floated down to the south and right there along I-40, and got some hail reports on I-40 from people driving, and it's kind of messy there. And then storms kind of started forming back to the west, and I was in Cool Springs earlier today and noticed the clouds were starting to get taller pretty quickly, and that was a good indication that we were going to get some storms that were going to get going around Williamson County pretty soon, and sure enough, it did. So that's kind of the way the day has gone. Now, Davidson County, you haven't seen a whole lot, but let's talk just a second about the metro area. And what I see on radar as I look at it is, if you see this this faint line here that goes from Bells Bend down to Belmont, Oak Hill, Brentwood, that's an outflow boundary. So that is coming out of, that's cold air being released from the storm, dropped to the ground, and it spreads out like a ripple on a pond. And so those are from the storms down from earlier down in southwestern Davidson County. Well, that outflow boundary is moving to the east and to the northeast, okay? I fully expect additional storms to form after that outflow boundary pushes by you. So you may well get a storm if you're in Nashville over toward Percy Priest or Oak Hill or northeast of town. I would expect that maybe some storms will be forming for you a little bit later as this outflow boundary pushes on. They can often start additional storms and serve as a forcing mechanism to get the air to rise. So I don't think we're done yet. I think hopefully the severe weather threat will wane here pretty soon. But the lightning, the small hail, heavy rain threat, I think will continue for a while in various spots. Not everybody's going to get it, but I think in various spots around both counties, I think we could see that happening. Let's go look at the hail view here and kind of see what we've got going on hail-wise. And looks like maybe some small hail possible there just north of Riverwalk. It's entirely possible. All right, let's see here. Looks like they've canceled the warning. All right, severe thunderstorm warning is going to go away for Davidson and Williamson, so that's good. It should disappear here pretty soon off the map, but the storm is no longer considered severe for Bellevue or over there in Williamson County and Cheatham County. So Polygon should disappear here in just a second, and that's good, and we fully expected that to happen. They just kind of go up and down, and then they fall apart. Now, hey, let's say this though. It's entirely possible that there was some quarter-size hail that fell over there in Bellevue. And if that happened, hey, if you've got a report about that, send that to us using hashtag TSpotter, the Weather Service. Even though the warning is gone, they still would like to know what occurred and what fell over there in southwestern Davidson County. So if you have any reports, please send those our way. All right, so other storms still ongoing around Nolensville, East Brentwood, down toward Thompson Station, Spring Hill, and then, of course, over there toward Bellevue. And additional storms probably will form over the next hour or two and then should die down as the sun goes down. And that should be about it. Hey, guys, y'all have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you have a great start to your week, and we'll talk to you later.